Stop everything. What I'm about to reveal will make you question every self-help guru, every expensive course, and every manifestation expert you've ever followed. 100-year-old technique buried in dusty psychology textbooks has quietly created more millionaires than crypto, real estate, and the stock market combined. Yet 99% of people have never heard of it. Here's the kicker. You already have everything you need. No apps, no courses, no monthly subscriptions. Just your phone's alarm function and 90 seconds of your time. The ultra-wealthy have been using this hourly programming method for decades, disguising it as productivity habits, while the rest of us chase shiny objects. I discovered this accidentally while researching why some people effortlessly attract wealth and health while others struggle their entire lives. The answer wasn't mindset, luck, or connections. It was frequency, literal frequency of thought patterns. Your subconscious mind processes 11 million bits of information per second, but you're only consciously aware of 40. That means 99.9% of your reality is being created below your awareness level. What if I told you that every hour, your brain automatically downloads your current programming? Most people accidentally program limitations, scarcity, and poor health 16 times daily. But what if we hijack that system? Today, everything changes. The subconscious conspiracy. Your brain is running a 24/7 software program, and someone forgot to tell you that you're the programmer. Every single day, from the moment you wake up until you fall asleep, your subconscious mind receives approximately 16 major updates to your reality operating system. These updates happen automatically every hour, whether you're aware of it or not. Here's what blew my mind when I first discovered this. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined, what's happening now and what happened 10 years ago, what's possible and what's impossible. It simply accepts whatever program you feed it most consistently and makes that your reality. Think about this for a second. Right now, as you're reading this, your subconscious is listening to every word, every thought, every emotion you're experiencing. It's taking notes like a devoted secretary saying, "Oh, this person thinks they can't afford things. Let me make sure they have experiences that confirm that belief. This person thinks getting healthy is hard. Perfect. I'll make sure they feel resistance every time they try to exercise." The most successful people in the world figured this out early. They realized that their internal dialogue wasn't just random chatter. It was literally the blueprint for their external reality. Warren Buffett doesn't accidentally think poor thoughts. Oprah doesn't randomly program herself for failure. They understand that consistency of thought creates consistency of results. But here's where it gets really interesting and slightly terrifying if you think about it. Most of us are walking around with what I call accidental programming. We inherited our money beliefs from parents who struggled financially. We absorbed health beliefs from a culture obsessed with quick fixes and miracle cures. We're running software that was installed decades ago by people who never updated their own programming. Your current bank account? That's your old programming made manifest. Your current health status? Same thing. Your relationships, your opportunities, your daily energy levels, all of it is the external expression of internal programming that's been running on autopilot for years. The crazy part is that changing this programming isn't complicated. It doesn't require years of therapy, expensive courses, or mystical retreats. It just requires understanding how your internal system actually works and then deliberately feeding it new information consistently enough that it overwrites the old files. Every hour, your subconscious mind is essentially asking, what should I create more of in this person's life? Most people accidentally answer with worry, limitation, and problems. But what if every single hour you deliberately answered with abundance, health, and possibilities? This isn't positive thinking or wishful thinking. This is strategic programming. You're literally updating your brain's GPS system to navigate toward wealth and health instead of away from it. And the results start showing up faster than you'd expect, because your subconscious is incredibly powerful once you point it in the right direction. The question isn't whether this works. Neuroscience has proven that repetitive thoughts create neural pathways that become automatic behaviors. The question is whether you're ready to take control of your programming instead of letting it run randomly. Because every hour you don't deliberately program your mind is another hour you're old. Limitations get reinforced. The 90-second revolution. Let me tell you about Sarah, a nurse from Ohio who was drowning in $47,000 of credit card debt while working 12-hour shifts that left her too exhausted to cook healthy meals. 6 months ago, she started doing something. That takes exactly 90 seconds every hour. Last week, she got a $15,000 raise and lost 23 pounds without dieting. Coincidence? Not even close. Here's what Sarah discovered in what you're about to learn. Your subconscious mind has a very specific attention span. Research from Harvard shows that it takes approximately 90 seconds for new information to integrate into your neural pathways. Less than that, and it's just surface chatter. More than that, and your conscious mind starts interfering with analysis and doubt. 90 seconds is the sweet spot, long enough for your subconscious to receive the message, short, enough that your logical mind doesn't have time to sabotage it with, but that's impossible sorts. It's like slipping new software into your brain's computer while the security system is taking a coffee break. But here's what most people get wrong about affirmations and positive thinking. They do it when they feel like it, usually when they're already in a good mood, which is exactly when they need it least. It's like only taking medicine when you're feeling healthy. The magic happens when you program your mind regardless of your circumstances, emotions, or current bank balance. Every hour, your brain naturally goes through what neuroscientists call a consolidation cycle. It's essentially backing up all the information it's received and deciding what's important enough to remember and act upon. If you interrupt this cycle with intentional programming, you're literally rewriting your mental hard drive in real time. The 3 statements you're about to learn aren't random positive phrases. They're specifically designed to target the 3 core areas where most people have limiting programming: self-worth, money flow, and physical vitality. Each statement addresses a different level of consciousness: mental, emotional, and physical, creating a complete system reboot every single hour. My body is a magnet for perfect health and vitality isn't just about physical health. It's programming your subconscious to see your body as powerful, capable, and worthy of care. Most people have been programmed to see their bodies as problems to be solved rather than miracles to be celebrated. Money flows to me easily and abundantly from expected and unexpected sources, rewrites your financial programming at the deepest level. It removes the struggle, the scarcity, the working hard for money belief that keeps most people trapped in financial mediocrity. It programs abundance as your natural state. I am worthy of all the good that comes to me is perhaps the most important because it addresses the root cause of most limitations: unworthiness. Deep down, most people don't believe they deserve good things, so they unconsciously sabotage opportunities when they appear. The physical action after each statement is crucial because your subconscious learns through experience, not just words. When you drink water after declaring health, you're giving your mind proof that you're serious about this new programming. When you put $1 in a jar after declaring abundance, you're creating tangible evidence that money is flowing. This isn't busy work. It's deliberate behavior modification. You're training your subconscious the same way you'd train a pet, with consistency, repetition, and immediate positive reinforcement. And just like training a pet, the results come from daily consistency, not occasional bursts of motivation. SEGME, Resistance Protocol. Warning, around day 6, your brain is going to stage a full-scale rebellion. you'll suddenly find every excuse in the book to skip your hourly practice. Your phone will mysteriously stop working. You'll get too busy to take 90 seconds. You'll convince yourself that talking to yourself every hour is crazy, and maybe you should try something more normal. This resistance isn't a bug in the system. It's a feature. It means the new programming is working so well that your old programming is panicking. Think of it like renovating a house while you're still living in it. The construction is messy, loud, and inconvenient, but it's the only way to upgrade your living situation. Your subconscious mind has one primary job: to keep you alive and safe. In its programming, safe means familiar, even if familiar is broke, unhealthy, and miserable. When you start feeding it new information about abundance and vitality, it literally interprets this as a threat to your survival because it's unfamiliar territory. This is why most people quit self-improvement programs right when they start working. The resistance feels uncomfortable, so they assume they're doing something wrong. But resistance is actually proof that you're doing something right. You're attempting to override decades of conditioning, and your old programming isn't going down without a fight. Here's how to navigate the resistance like a pro. Expect it, name it, and push through it anyway. When day 6 rolls around and you suddenly forget to set your alarm, smile and say, "Hello, resistance. Thanks for letting me know the new programming is working." Then set the alarm anyway. The most dangerous form of resistance isn't dramatic, it's subtle. You'll start modifying the practice just this once. Maybe you'll say the affirmations in your head instead of out loud. Maybe you'll skip the physical action because you're in a meeting. Maybe you'll do it twice in 1 hour to make up for the hour you missed. Don't negotiate with resistance. It's like negotiating with a toddler who doesn't want to take a bath. The more you explain, justify, or modify, the more power you give it. The only way through is consistency, even when, especially when you don't feel like it. Some people experience what I call manifestation overwhelm during the second week. Things start happening so quickly that they get scared and unconsciously try to slow down the process. Someone offers them a better job and they hesitate. Their body starts craving healthier foods and they resist the change. Remember, your subconscious has been programming limitation for years. When abundance starts showing up, it feels foreign at first. Like wearing new shoes, it takes time to feel natural. Don't let the unfamiliarity of success scare you back into familiar limitation. City storm resistance phase typically lasts 3-5 days. If you push through without compromising your practice, something magical happens. The new programming becomes stronger than the old programming. Your hourly affirmations start feeling natural instead of forced. Your subconscious stops fighting the changes and starts enthusiastically implementing them. This is when people start telling you that something's different about you. They can't put their finger on it, but your energy has shifted. You're walking differently, talking differently, making different choices. That's not imagination. That's your new programming expressing itself through your behavior, your presence, and your results. The evidence avalanche. By week 3, something extraordinary happens that catches most people completely off guard. The evidence starts avalanching, not trickling in like gentle raindrops, but flooding your reality like a burst dam. This is when skeptics become believers, when fake it till you make it transforms into, I can't believe this is actually working. Michelle, a single mom from Texas, started finding money everywhere during her 3rd week. A forgotten $50 in a jacket, pocket, a refund check she'd given up on, a client who paid an old invoice she'd written off months ago. By the end of week 3, she'd received over $800 in unexpected money, exactly what she'd been affirming every hour. But here's what's really happening that most people miss. Your brain's pattern recognition system is literally rewiring itself to notice opportunities instead of obstacles, abundance instead of scarcity, health instead of sickness. You're not creating miracles, you're finally seeing what was always there. Your reticular activating system, RAS, is like a bouncer for your consciousness. It filters millions of pieces of information every second and only lets through what it thinks you need to notice. When you consistently program thoughts of wealth and health, your RAS gets new instructions. Hey, start showing this person money opportunities and health improvements. This is why people who buy red cars suddenly notice red cars everywhere. The cars were always there, but their RAS wasn't programmed to prioritize red car information. When you program abundance every hour, your RAS starts highlighting every opportunity, every connection, every possibility that could lead to more wealth and better health. Week 3 is also when your body starts responding in ways that will blow your mind. People report better sleep, clearer skin, more energy, fewer aches and pains. They're not taking new supplements or starting intense workout routines. They're just programming health every hour, and their body is responding to the new instructions. Here's the science behind it. Your thoughts trigger the release of specific neurochemicals. Stress thoughts release cortisol, which breaks down your immune system. Abundance thoughts release dopamine and serotonin, which strengthen every system in your body. When you program positive expectations every hour, you're literally giving yourself hourly doses of healing chemistry. The social changes during week 3 are equally dramatic. Toxic people start feeling uncomfortable around your new energy and naturally distance themselves. Positive, successful people start appearing in your life as if magnetized to your new frequency. This isn't woo-woo mysticism. This is basic social psychology. People are attracted to others who vibrate at similar energy levels. Your decision-making also transforms during this phase. Instead of choosing from fear, scarcity, and limitation, you start naturally choosing from abundance, possibility, and growth. You order the healthier meal without thinking about it. You have the confidence to ask for the raise. You invest in yourself instead of hoarding money from a place of fear. But here's the most beautiful part of the evidence avalanche. It becomes self-sustaining. Every piece of evidence that your new programming works makes your subconscious more committed to the new identity. Every dollar that flows in, every health improvement, every opportunity that appears reinforces the belief that you're someone who naturally attracts good things. By the end of week 3, you're not trying to convince yourself that you're worthy of wealth and health. You have actual evidence. Your subconscious isn't resisting the new programming anymore. It's enthusiastically implementing it because it's getting positive feedback from reality. The compound effect. Week 4 is when the magic becomes your new normal, and this is both the most exciting and the most dangerous phase of the process. Exciting because your life is transforming in ways you never thought possible. Dangerous because success can make you complacent, and complacency can undo everything you've built. By day 30, people who've consistently done their hourly practice report changes that sound almost too good to be true. Debt mysteriously disappearing, dream job offers appearing out of nowhere, chronic health issues improving without medical intervention, relationships transforming, energy levels skyrocketing. These aren't coincidences or luck. They're compound interest on consistent thought programming. Just like money grows exponentially when you consistently invest it, your reality grows exponentially when you consistently program it with intentional thoughts. Here's what most people don't understand about the compound effect. It works in both directions. Just as consistent positive programming creates exponential positive results, inconsistent programming creates exponential chaos. This is why some people seem to have everything go wrong at once. They're experiencing compound limitation. The most successful people in the world understand this principle intuitively. They don't accidentally think poor thoughts because they know that even 1 hour of limitation programming can slow down their abundance momentum. They treat their hourly thoughts like a CEO treats company decisions, with serious consideration for long-term consequences. During week 4, your brain undergoes what neuroscientists call neuroplasticity consolidation. The new neural pathways you've been creating become your brain's default routes. Thinking abundant thoughts becomes as automatic as breathing. Choosing healthy options becomes as natural as blinking. This is when people start asking what you're doing differently. Your energy is magnetic. Your confidence is unshakable. Your results speak for themselves. You're not trying to manifest anything anymore. You're simply being someone who naturally attracts wealth and health. But here's the crucial insight that separates temporary success from permanent transformation. This isn't a 30-day challenge that ends on day 31. This is your new lifestyle. The most successful people never stop programming their subconscious because they understand that consistency is what maintains their results. Your hourly practice becomes as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth. Not because you have to force yourself, but because you've experienced what happens when you align your thoughts with your desires every single hour. You've tasted freedom from limitation, and there's no going back to unconscious programming. The beautiful irony is that by day 30, the practice doesn't feel like work anymore. It feels like coming home to yourself. You're not pretending to be abundant and healthy. You're simply acknowledging what's becoming more true every hour. Your future self, the one who's living in complete abundance and perfect health, isn't some distant dream anymore. They're present in every hourly affirmation, every conscious choice, every moment you choose growth over limitation. The transformation is complete, but the journey is just beginning. Because once you understand the power of consistent hourly programming, you realize you can apply this principle to any area of your life. Relationships, career, creativity, spiritual growth, everything responds to the same formula. Consistent, intentional hourly programming. Set that alarm. Speak those words. Take that action. Your abundant, healthy, extraordinary life is waiting exactly 1 hour from now. Pesquisa Sonnet 4. The Multiplier Effect. Here's what nobody tells you about month 2 and beyond. Once your subconscious fully accepts the new programming, it doesn't just maintain your results, it starts multiplying them exponentially. This is when people begin experiencing what I call reality acceleration, where manifestations happen so quickly, it feels like the universe is personally expediting your orders. Marcus, a construction worker from Detroit, experienced this firsthand. During his first 30 days, he found up $200 in unexpected money and lost 18 pounds. Impressive, but month 2? He got promoted to site supervisor with a $25,000 salary increase. His chronic back pain completely disappeared, and he met the woman he's now engaged to marry. Same practice, same consistency, but exponentially greater results. This isn't coincidence. It's the compound effect reaching critical mass. Your subconscious mind, now fully committed to your new identity as someone who attracts wealth and health, starts working 24/7 to bring you opportunities that match this programming. It's like upgrading from dial-up internet to fiber optic. Same connection, infinitely faster speed. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your success starts influencing other people's realities. Family members notice they feel better around you. Colleagues start having breakthrough ideas during meetings with you. Your energy becomes so magnetic that you literally start improving other people's lives just by being yourself. This phenomenon, which psychologists call emotional contagion, happens because humans are naturally wired to sync up with the strongest emotional frequency in their environment. When your hourly programming has made abundance and vitality your dominant frequency, people around you unconsciously begin adopting similar patterns. This is why successful people tend to cluster together, why healthy people naturally gravitate toward each other. It's not just about networking or shared interests. It's about frequency matching. Your consistent hourly practice doesn't just change your reality, it changes the reality of everyone in your orbit. Month 2 is also when you Start receiving what I call quantum downloads, sudden insights, creative ideas, and solutions that seem to come from nowhere. These aren't random thoughts. They're your subconscious mind, now fully aligned with abundance, downloading information that matches your new programming frequency. The most powerful shift happens when you realize you're no longer doing the practice to get results. You're doing it to maintain the incredible results you're already living. The hourly affirmations become less about changing your reality and more about acknowledging the reality you've created. This is when people often ask me, how long do I need to keep doing this? The answer is simple. How long do you want to keep being abundant and healthy? This isn't a temporary technique you graduate from. It's a lifestyle upgrade you maintain. Olympic athletes don't stop training after they win gold. They maintain the practices that created their excellence. By month 3, something magical happens. The practice becomes so integrated into your identity that you start naturally thinking abundant thoughts throughout the day, not just during your hourly check-ins. Your default programming has completely shifted from limitation to possibility. This is when the real magic begins. You're not just someone who practices abundance. You've become abundance itself. The results aren't happening to you anymore. They're flowing through you. You've transformed from someone seeking wealth and health into someone who is wealth and health. Your transformation becomes a beacon for others. People start asking for your secret, wanting to know what changed. And you'll smile, knowing that the most powerful transformation tool in the world has been in their pocket all along. Their phone's alarm function and the willpower to use it consistently for 90 seconds every hour. The multiplier effect isn't just about getting more of what you want. It's about becoming so aligned with abundance that you naturally share it with everyone around you. Your success creates more success for others. Your health inspires others to prioritize their well-being. Your transformation becomes a catalyst for widespread positive change.